Smile for thumbnail, says YouTube. I put my sunglasses on because right out here I've been getting some sun. I hope you're doing the same. What a beautiful day. Oh my goodness. Like, really? I hope nobody is trapped today inside. And just look how beautiful the day is. And I'm sure there's an app, Marina Star Walk, but I mean, maybe a better implemented app that you always know where you're at. I mean, basically, I know the sun's right there. Okay, you should know what time it is. If I can tilt my camera in such a way, I'll get it centered. You know, you can see the ball in the center there. And there we go. Capture some random things going on. And anyways, what a beautiful day. I just want to say what's up, Akon for a while. It's KJ for Sheriff here. I hope you guys are doing awesome. We're getting to the point. 20 days notice for 20 days, I'm sorry, let's quote it correctly. 20 days notice of filing of an extraordinary motion for a new trial. So basically what we have is what's called a plain error in the courts. Clowns County extraordinary motion for new trial. This is something that you would use in the state of Georgia for a DNA case or some kind of way to prove that with new evidence, in light of new evidence, that there's good reason, and with plain error, doesn't matter how long the time is. It can be 30 years, 40 years, whenever the error is discovered and you know, implemented into the court system. Because I mean, the courts are not there to screw the people over. They're there to protect us, okay, from illegal stuff from the cops and from other criminals, okay. And if the criminals are the cops, the court system is there to prevent that from happening as well. So we have to keep that in mind. You know, people want to say F12. Listen, if 12 means F you, and because 12 can be your lifeline. 12 is your neighbor. And if 12 was legit, which some cases I know that we hear that it's not, then 12 can save you. So 12, your jury, and I'm talking to you guys all day. You are the 12. This is the jury, the court of public opinion. Okay, you are in that court right now. Whenever I talk about a case that's ongoing, I got 2 cases ongoing. They're both tied together. Okay, the first case is, there's actually 3 cases ongoing, and every case I've ever had ongoing. I mean, that's because you can't sit there and declare that I'm a felon, okay, without going back to 1997, and that's what we have to do. So these people have already done that on the side of the road, mind you, okay, trying to get away, trying to claim that what they were doing was not an investigatory stop and that it was just a traffic stop, when on record it definitely was an investigatory stop and they did not have a warrant. So I mean, you know, we had this situation where these guys get caught red-handed and they just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. They're like, well, we're just going to push our way up into somebody else's apartment. We don't care who this person is. They already did an investigation to find out who Heather was. They already looked at her, you know, and then they're like, okay, I mean, they put this on record, y'all. This is what's so crazy about this whole situation. This is what's led to the extraordinary motion, but this is something that needs to happen, and it was going to happen regardless anyways. Eventually this was going to happen, y'all. Because I was already pursuing it and these people intercepted me. They just dug themselves even deeper into their own, you know, trench. It's like, bro, this your ditch? Why you dig like that? And we're letting that pork chop cause disease. Like, what the effing heck, right? We're watching fake news. There's false claims of indictments, okay? And so you know I'm stating facts, and we know this is going on all across the board. This, not just my case, but this is the sentiment of Democrats. I guess this is the liberal sentiment. This is the you know, dominate America. You guys need to take yourselves over. I've been wanting to say this. You out there, you Democrats, whatever you are, hey, I'm Alan, okay, for sheriff here. This is my, you know, message to you. My message in a bottle, okay? So, what a beautiful day. And I just want to say that, you know, you people out there that want to subvert the Constitution, you want to subvert all laws in Georgia, okay? You know, you want to ransack the sovereignty of the citizen of the United States and make it worth nothing, to where you can just make up something and you can just be terrorist in the community, basically, okay? Running amok, you know, you want to know what the definition of a terrorist is, just go look it up. Somebody who would use political, you know, use a badge, basically, for political gain, and that's what they do. So, it's a group of, I guess, Democrats, right, under a Democratic rule sheriff. We want to stick with that. Is that a big, you know, the big D, is that what we're all getting? And so the point is that, you know, it's not about that, it's about principle. And when you see that these people attach a D or an R or whatever they attach to their name, and then they're not about anything, you know, then you realize that this is not a legitimate system, and that we are amongst a bunch of frauds and, like I said, terrorists that have badges. These people are still parading around in your face. But like I said, you want to take guns away from the sovereign citizen, an inanimate object next to somebody, and then start claiming all this stuff. You guys had no proof at all. It's so obvious that it was not a traffic stop. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's beyond ridiculous. So how dare you? And I would dare you right now. I mean, you want to keep pushing further, I guess. Let's go to the court. We're already in court right now. These people are totally negligent. If they're sitting there trying to say that the psychiatric evaluation garbage that had no merit in the first place has any merit now, it doesn't, okay? It's filed, it's done, it's gone, that's over with. Good luck. You don't file it again. For one thing, you have no, like I said, no merit at all in the first place. You know, I don't have a history of ever taking any psychotic medication or anything like that, ever. So I have no history of that. And then you people just want to, you want to claim like sugar is that, or you want to throw something on my record that's not even real. And you guys are profiling me, and so that's obvious. So now you got caught, but I have to deal with it anyway. I have to file an extraordinary motion. Okay, once I do this, this is going to be either heard, and I mean, it's not going to be an argument. For one thing, if it is an argument, it's going to get appealed. And then if that's appealed, then it's going to go to the Supreme Court, because I guarantee you there's a problem. There's no question. These people have honored something that's only supposed to be honored one time. They've honored it twice, okay? I've got multiple printouts of this. And like I said, they've also entered in false things on my record for years and years and years of my life, okay? That you, like I said, you don't just get this off your record. They don't just magically come off, and you don't just magically know when they are on your record, okay? So it's devastating to somebody to have these false things, especially as a child, and especially with nobody hurt, y'all. There's no victims in any of this stuff, I'm telling you. And like I said, in any of the cases where there's claim to victims, the charge itself speaks volumes, okay? There's no evidence I did anything. They have nothing. They just accuse somebody. There's just an accusation, and then that's it. And then that's it. And then they just run that through the court system, and they give the defendant nothing if he has no money. Or if he's, for one thing, a lot of times ignorant at a young age. 17 years old, I mean, seriously? 17 years old, we're going to expect that somebody is a boy, a girl, whoever, is going to be able to expect. That's illegal. In 50 states, it's illegal for a minor to be signing stuff, okay? All right, in 50 states. So I'd like to see you argue that, too. I mean, we can take that to the Supreme Court, too. Because if you, in all 50 states, we honor that contracts are null and void under the age of 18, then there's no argument, okay? I don't know what your argument is. You know, you can't just claim that somebody, oh, we're just going to claim that this boy is different than all the other boys. And we're going to use our prosecutorial discretion. And we're going to have this solicitor actually solicit and sell you something. I mean, they actually call himself a solicitor. And he's on record, and then this person can solicit something that could be totally illegitimate and have so many run through the court system. Just like I was telling you about the system about quality assurance. If you don't get to the core of the problem, and clinical laboratory technology, I've learned, at least I've got an associate's degree in that. That's all I can say. I don't have anything more than that. I could have had a doctorate degree by now. Are you kidding? Are you crazy? People have been holding me down for 21 freaking years or more my entire life. I mean, really, just wake up, everybody. Just snap out of it, grow up, grow a pair, wake up, put your panties on, your big girl panties on, and all this other stuff. You know, you people need to grow up and realize that you came from a horrible place and you're trying to get to something much, much better, okay? That's all. That's all this is about, okay? And I'm here to expose all that and have a good time at the same time, you know, as much as I can. So, you know, I'm just trying to work this out in the courtroom. That's what these people speak. They speak the language of the courts is, you know, the law. That's it. You state the law, you state case law. They don't want to hear anything else. And once you do that, and that's all you speak, there's no argument. I mean, logic would agree if you got 10 cases in the state of Georgia that you cite, or more, or 30 or something like that. I mean, that it's obvious that these people are just going to let you just wear yourself out. They're not going to just, they have the authority to just be negligent. And then you have the lawsuit afterwards. That's it. And then who pays for it? The insurance company. So it's like, you guys are just feeding this grinding wheel of, you know, churning if those who know and those who don't know. Because, like, if I know and I can get out of this rut, but other people don't, is that fair? Is that just? Are we treating people just us? Like just us? Is that what we're doing? Everybody needs to be just us, not just you, okay? I mean, we're all a part of this. If one of us is suffering, we're all suffering, you know. And that's why I've been giving you some of my suffering too, I guess. You know, misery loves company for real, y'all. I mean, I have to have this recorded at the same time because I'm only human. This is a digital society, okay? This is a fast-paced digital society, okay? And you know that. I want to state that. And to keep up, you know, you have to amp yourself up sometimes, but you have to get out, you know, as much as you can. But I got a couple things going on. Some good things are going on at the same time. Me and Heather are not enemies at all, okay? We've never been that. It's always been when I told you. That's why, you know, Heather could just come home just anytime and then she would just totally feel like nothing's ever happened and just talk to me just so fluid and just so much like nothing ever happened, y'all. You see what I'm saying? That's not fair to her, okay? It's not fair to us. You guys have dug into my relationship. You've dug into, you know, other people, my family's relationship, you know, my interaction with anybody. You've totally devastated all of that because you've thwarted anything I've ever had a chance to do. You've already torn me up from the beginning, okay? So, I mean, and you were wrong. Collectively, we're all wrong. We all missed it, okay? But I'm here to say, hey, I don't want to put up with that, y'all. I'm not putting up with that. If there's a 17-year-old that can't sign a contract to bond himself out, he has no business being in the adult jail, period. And that's it. End of story. That is a prime, they should call that a fatal error. I mean, instead of a plain error, I mean, I guess that makes it sound really nice, you know? But that's what that is. That's a horrible, that's like putting, you know, a piece of metal inside of a blender. I mean, you just don't do that, okay? That's no-no, okay? It's like Obama in Chicago and Popo. Every bit of them are all no-nos. I'm just here to have fun too, y'all, at the same time and give you beauty. Because, like, look at this, y'all. Like, there are beautiful, beautiful women around, okay? Yes, I can find them. Yes, I wanted that to be somebody. I do want that still to be that somebody. Heather can be beautiful. I've seen it before. She's got it all she can do. She can do all that she wants to do. And, you know, that's it. You know, like, I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't hate Heather. I really don't. I want to make sure you know that, okay? I want you to know that. Like, look, this is not about what happened. This is not about anything about me and her, okay? At all. Because all this stuff came about after, okay? I'm just gonna leave it at that. And just realize that that's all it is. I don't care. If she wants to go her way, that's fine. I have to go the way that I need to go. And I hope the best for her. I hope that if she is seeing this, I know she does watch this, whatever. She doesn't want to admit it. That's fine, whatever. It's all good. You know, or she does. It doesn't matter. We're still going to be friends no matter what. Always, okay? We'll always be friends. I don't care. I'm not going to be here to be like somebody to desert somebody. I've never done that, okay? I mean, I've never tried to just be that person. But sometimes you have to get away. If somebody's attacking you, you have to get away, obviously. So, I hope that, you know, you guys can get to resolve out there with your relationships, because that's what this is all about, too. That tested us, okay? All this stuff tested our relationship, and I'm not upset anymore, you know. I'm not going to continually be upset or anything like that. Like, I'm totally cool, and I filed in the courts yesterday. I just want to let you guys know on record, the 20 days notice, okay, that you have to file in the state of Georgia for this, because this is extraordinary, okay, extraordinary, and it's obvious, okay. I mean, you're going to see who bonded me out. You're going to see, you know, because it's going to be, that's what has to happen in the new trial. Now, you go like, Alan, why don't you go straight to the appeals court? Well, because I want to implement new evidence that wasn't implemented in the first place, and part of that is ineffective assistance of counsel. Okay, that's part of that. But you know, it's beyond that. Obviously, it's the plain error of, like I said, if you have a 17-year-old boy, he can't bond himself out. He doesn't need to be represented by anybody that's paid for by somebody else with ill will for him either, if that is the case, okay? I'm not saying it absolutely is, but I'm telling you that you have to look at this in every angle, okay? I know it's not pretty, but it's not pretty, but at the same time, you know, I want you to know that you basically have situations where minors are being bombarded with the law that they have no clue about. There's no way to even know. This is before Google, y'all. You're talking about 1997, okay? So this is even worse. You don't have, like, right now you're like, well, you can look all that stuff up, bro. I mean, I get that sentiment. Trust me. I get it, y'all. I get it. There's a lot out there, okay? It's like, you Google it, look it up, try it. You know, I understand that, but that's not my point that I was making with my case is that you can't look up the law like these bar association mafia members can, okay? I mean, I guess that's what you want to call these people. If I can name a whole, like, a handful of people that are corrupt in the town, like 10 people or more, you know what I mean? Like, that's just ridiculous. Like, you know, it's even worse than that. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So it's time to call these people out. They're not going to keep running. Jeremy Baker, I'm calling you out, bro. You already know about this. I'll say your name, bro. You know about this. You need to take yourself to France for real. Take yourself to Paris, where there's no guns or whatever. There's plenty of Muslims roaming around and migrants that can stab you, rape you, whatever, you know, and you're a child and you're a woman and all that stuff, okay? I mean, seriously, I mean, we're in America, bro. I mean, I don't know where you think you are. I don't know where any of you think you are. I mean, it's just like Obama, like all the stuff that he thought that we're going to love and that we're going to just love Hillary Clinton and just jump right on that. No. The American people said hell no. And I don't think that we're going to say that. You think we're going to let some, what, Oprah Winfrey jump up there? I don't think so. No. Who else you got? Who else is going to step in the seat, you know, supposedly to run against Trump? Really? I don't think so. I mean, we're going to get to the resolve, y'all. You stop that. I'm telling y'all. We never get anywhere because we're constantly fighting ourselves. That's what this whole thing is about. What do you think I'm broadcasting this entire time right now for? For 20 minutes I've been talking about ourselves. I'm not enjoying anything. I'm going to. Trust me. I'm about to cut this off right now. But you see what this does. It just drains your energy. It drains everything because that's all that you do. You still got to go to court. You got to pay for that. I'm not paying for that. You are. You know what I mean? And then you're going to settle for that. You've already settled. You're already paying insurance and you've already settled. You don't even know what you're doing. I mean, you people don't even know where your money's going or anything. We don't have real true accountability. We have no real true representatives. I want to have representation in the entire community. I want to broadcast it live. You know, that's what I want to do. I want to see the truth. I'm tired of seeing all the lies. I want to see people who vote for real. You know, record them. That's how you get them. See, what votes are they talking about, and we can record every vote that we've got. That's how you have it, accountability. If they're just going to have these secret ballots all day, you're going to have something. You know, I mean, absentee ballots or whatever. We got to see this stuff. We have to have accountability, and we have to have some kind of law and order in the town. Otherwise, you have nothing. You're going to have a bunch of... It is chaos already. It already is anarchy. You want to see what anarchy is? It is this right here, because this is out of control. I mean, you just have to deal with it. It's the same thing. People want to talk about anarchy. It's right here in your face. It's whenever your mind says, I am an anarchist. That means I am not ruled by anybody. You know, nobody's going to tell me that I can or cannot defend my family, okay? Nobody's going to tell me that I can or cannot, you know, inherit a firearm from my grandfather who fought and maybe even died for this country. I don't think so. Do you think that's honorable? Do you think that's honorable to have somebody, some victim of this police abuse, be charged falsely and have this straw man, just fake person that's just this supposed, you know, citizen of the United States when it's not? And I got to correct that. That's what this is all about. So I've been everything's been false about me. I don't care what you've looked up, any employer that's done anything background check wise, all that's false. Every bit of it's been false. Now, it's been even false that these people had no business, you know, hiring me and then firing me and all this crap claiming policy. That's bull crap too, because the discrimination laws prohibit that the job be solely revolving around the background. But they do it anyway, because they hire you for every other reason, and then they're like, oh, well, we can't hire you for that reason. After we verify every single reason to hire you and say you're hired, then you do the check, then you're not hired. But you passed the drug test and all that, right? I've already done that, you know? Doesn't matter. See, that's on record. I've got that. During this period of time, I'm waiting. But I'm still getting work regardless. I'm still blessed regardless of you. Regardless. Like, I'm still here. You know what I mean? Like, we're still enjoying beauty. And I mean, we can see, you know, so many different things beautiful today. It's a hard time to constantly talk about this stuff, but it's going to be resolved soon. We will see it resolved soon. And that's what I have to do. Because even this case that we have now, that's garbage, like based on so many reasons that the officers did. Now they're trying to cause so many errors in the court, like, so they can blame all these different things on the failure, okay, from the get-go in the court system. See, that's what they're trying to do. They can divert all their accountability, and then here comes the insurance company to settle everything. You know, that's how it goes. This guy got in a little bit too deep, but anyways, this right here, it can't go forward. The case that I have now pending, the two cases, can't even go forward without resolving the felony, you know, issue. It can, as far as like, yeah, it can go forward as far as the fact that these officers broke the law. That's how it can go forward. That's how it should go forward. Let me make that clear first and foremost. But what cannot happen is that this alleged felon garbage, that has to be resolved. You can't have me having two different first offender things, two first offender felony, you know, pleas, okay, in the court system, honored, completed, exonerated. Okay, you can't do that. You can't go forward, plain error. Let's go back to 1997, take it back. Foul. there's a foul in the courts. You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm just like, you know, I'm tired of talking about it just as much as anybody. Somebody just like totally took a dump like right there. Some dog just like totally walked by and just did that. But anyways, we've got like a non-stop issue with ourselves. You think I'm playing games? Look at that cute little boy, FBI son, and the hog boy in the mirror. Like, look at us in the mirror all day. That's all we see. 9/11, that's our fault. Being terrorists collectively, that's our fault. Starting wars illegitimately, that's our fault. Making everything all about petroleum, that's our fault. You know, can we go to the next level? No, we can't. That's our fault. Because we have these people that we're propping up, okay? You're propping up the wrong person. But anyways, we all are collectively doing this. Like I said, you know, once all these errors were found in the courtroom, and I just broke down, I was like, look, I can't take this anymore. There's something going on with my life. I can never get anything right as far as like career-wise, because I was just going after education. That's how this went unchecked for so long. Because if you enter in errors in the courtroom, and I'm not really legitimately going after like a major job, like anything like that, like, and there's no background checks on myself or anything like that, like, until there is, and I just can't get jobs or I'm fired or whatever after 2 weeks of being hired, after being exonerated, like oh, here's my exoneration papers here, yeah, I'm not supposed to, you can't use this against me, oh, you're already fired no matter what, you know, put you on the no hire list. I had to call Home Depot, I've got record, they put me off of the no hire list. They've actually verified that this is, you know, they've taken me off. They're like, look, you guys did this illegitimately, you can't do that, and they took it off. So I do respect, I can be hired by Home Depot, but I've got pending charges, so you can't go to Home Depot. I'm gonna use Home Depot to help me get to the, you know, next level maybe, but I mean, you know, buy some stuff, build some stuff, you know, have a couple of jobs to do, you know, something like that. But in this meantime, right now, I'm waiting. It's a 20-day notice. That means they have 20 days to know that I'm about to enter in all of this new evidence they should not have been, all the reasons, good reasons, quote unquote, to go back into the courtroom or to have it completely thrown out in the first place. I mean, it's obvious, okay? It's obvious. You don't want to sit there and go to the Supreme. I mean, we're going to go to the Supreme Court all day. That's what we should do. We could go ahead and establish right across the board. If all 50 states are already saying 18, you have no business trying to have a minor in there trying to sign a contract. He's not going to understand the law. My God, you guys want a baby in there? Don't you just throw a baby with diapers in the freaking jail? I mean, you guys are seriously like already doing that. I mean, that's disgusting. Wasn't it Tupac's mother giving birth? I mean, just come on now. I mean, in the prison, he's got these people. This is just so out of control, and it's thriving off of the negativity. That's all this crap is. Making people suffer and then thriving off of their weaknesses, thriving off of disease. People eat crap. They end up in the hospital. They go to the pharmaceutical company for help. Okay, yay, I get you. I get you. You're cute. You know, what do? Stack money? What are you gonna do with it? Run around and say I'm a scumbag, and then have offspring, and then you can say that my offspring are, you know, they're of me and they're pure. They have nothing. They're not like me. They're not scumbags like me. I mean, really? Okay. So, what a beautiful day. But I'm gonna let you guys go and enjoy this beautiful day. So, over and out, guys. You know what it is. You know what's coming. I love you guys. We'll keep you updated. Akon for a while. KJ for Sheriff still. Shouts out to GBR. Keep your head up. I'm with you, brother. We are on the same team. You know, talking about bashing Trump and all that stuff. I know that you're on the same page no matter what, bro. It's not about uplifting some white man. I promise you that. It's not, okay? It's about principle. White principle. Pure principle. That's what I'll call it. I don't care. You call it white, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's pure. White. But anyways, y'all. I love y'all over and out.